Hello students, in my today's lecture, I shall explain you the performance of a center tapped full wave rectifier. In my last class, I explained you both construction and working of a center tapped full wave rectifier using two PN junction diodes. So, in my today's lecture, I shall explain you the performance of a center tapped full wave rectifier. Now, just look at the circuit diagram which we used in our last class regarding center tapped full wave rectifier. The performance of the full wave rectifier can be studied by help of two parameters, that is its efficiency and ripple factor. Efficiency and ripple factor. Efficiency eta, as I told you that efficiency of a rectifier circuit is the ratio between output DC power to input AC power. Output DC power to input AC power. So, eta is written like this: P DC out means output DC power, P AC in means input AC power. Now, for full wave rectifier, eta FWR equal to 0.812 1 plus RF by RL. Now, what is RF? RF is the forward resistance of the diode, and RL is the load resistance. It is the load resistance remember, I told you that derivation not required. So, we can derive this formula but not required as per your syllabus. So, eta FWR is equal to 0.812 by 1 plus RF by RL. Now, if we assume that the diodes are ideal, so for ideal diodes, we can take RF equal to 0. So, remember, practical the diodes are not ideal, but we are taking theoretically the diodes are ideal. Therefore, the theoretical maximum efficiency, of a full wave rectifier, eta FWR max. Max means maximum value, the maximum theoretical efficiency of a full wave rectifier. Now, put here RF equal to 0. If you put RF equal to 0, then you will get eta FWR max is equal to 0.812, or if you express in percentage, it will be 81.2%. 81.2%. Okay? So, this is the maximum theoretical efficiency of a full wave rectifier. But practically, the efficiency will be less than this value. So, next we shall see the ripple factor. Now, look at its efficiency, ripple factor denoted by symbol gamma. I always tell you that at the output of the rectifier circuit, we do not get steady DC. We do not get steady DC. It is because some AC components are still present at the output of the rectifier circuit. So, those AC components available at the output of the rectifier circuit are known as ripples. So, how much ripples are available, that can be decided from its ripple factor. Now, ripple factor, it is the ratio between, ripple factor is the ratio between I AC out by I DC out, or you can write output. That means ripple factor is the ratio between output AC components to the output DC components of current. Now, for a full wave rectifier, gamma FWR, for a full wave rectifier, the ripple factor is 0.48. It's 0.48, which is the less than 1, which is the less than 1. It means IAC output is less than IDC output. That means at the output of the full wave rectifier circuit, we are getting more DC components and less AC components. Okay? So, if you compare the full wave rectifier circuit with that of half wave rectifier circuit, you will see that the efficiency of full wave rectifier circuit, maximum efficiency, is double the maximum efficiency of half wave rectifier circuit, and also ripple factor is less than 1. That means the full wave rectifier circuit is rectifying the AC to DC in a better way than the half wave rectifier circuit. So, now we are in a stage to compare the full wave rectifier circuit and half wave rectifier circuit. So, let me explain you another term, peak inverse voltage. Peak inverse voltage. Peak inverse voltage, this term is frequently used with relation to rectifiers. Peak inverse voltage, abbreviated as PIV. PIV, not VIP. It is a PIV, means peak inverse voltage. It is the maximum reverse voltage. It is the maximum reverse voltage to which diode is subjected. It is the maximum reverse voltage to which diode is subjected when it is not conducting. When it is not conducting. So, the maximum reverse voltage to which diode is subjected when it is not conducting is known as peak inverse voltage. Now, look here. We have connected the load resistance with the center tap position, center position of the secondary winding of the transformer. Therefore, the voltage appearing across the upper half is equal to voltage appearing across the lower half of the secondary transformer, secondary winding of the transformer. Let V naught be the maximum voltage appearing, let me write Vm, this as Vm. So, what is Vm? it is the maximum voltage appearing in the upper half or lower half of the secondary winding of the transformer. So when diode D1 conducting and D2 non-conducting, so what is the maximum voltage that diode D2 is first facing? That is 2 Vm, 2 Vm, Vm plus Vm, 2 Vm. Therefore, the peak inverse voltage for full wave rectifier, peak inverse voltage is equal to 2 Vm, 2 Vm. So what is Vm? Vm is the maximum voltage appearing between the secondary center position of the secondary winding and the upper half or lower half of the secondary winding of the transformer. So now students, let us compare the half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier. So we can compare these two on the basis of the number of diodes used, on the basis of load position, and on the basis of efficiency, ripple factor and peak inverse voltage. So to compare it, let us take this table. So table of comparison, you can take a table like this. First of all, parameters, you can this one HWR means half wave rectifier and FWR means full wave rectifier. I can add more one column, that is serial number. Okay, you can plot a table like this. Point number 1, that is a number of diodes used. How many diodes are used in a half wave rectifier? Only one. But in case of full wave rectifier, you will see that 2 diodes for center tapped full wave rectifier and 4 diodes for bridge type full wave rectifier. Remember, I have not discussed this one, but 4 diodes are to be used in a bridge type full wave rectifier. Then number 2, you can say the load position, don't write, you can say frequency of output voltage, frequency of output voltage. So let me write F out. So if input voltage is F in, if the frequency of input voltage is F in, then for a half wave rectifier, F out equal to F in, where F in equal to frequency of input voltage, and here F out is equal to 2 times F in, 2 times F in. I explained you that in case of half wave rectifier, when input is completing 1 cycle, output is also completing 1 cycle. But in case of full wave rectifier, when input is completing 1 cycle, output is completing 2 cycles. Therefore, its frequency is double. Number 3, efficiency eta. You can write maximum efficiency eta for half wave rectifier is 40.6% maximum efficiency, but here it is 81.2%. That means the efficiency of full wave rectifier is double the efficiency of a half wave rectifier. Number 4, ripple factor. As I told you that ripple factor is a measure of ripples or AC components present at the output of the rectifier circuit. So, ripple factor in case of half wave rectifier is 1.21, which is greater than 1, but ripple factor for full wave rectifier is 0.48. That means we get more AC components than DC components at the output of half wave rectifier, but we get more DC components and less AC components at the output of a full wave rectifier. So, full wave rectifier is doing better rectification than half wave rectifier. Then another thing you can write now, that is peak inverse voltage. Peak inverse voltage, abbreviated as PIV. I told you that peak inverse voltage is the maximum reverse voltage to which the diode is subjected when it is not conducting. So, when the diode is not conducting, the maximum reverse voltage to which the diode is subjected is known as peak inverse voltage. So, if Vm, here you can write PIV for half wave rectifier is equal to Vm, and PIV for full wave rectifier is 2Vm. Vm is the maximum voltage appearing across the secondary, and here Vm is the maximum voltage appearing across the each half in each half of the secondary winding of the transformer. So, if you compare all these things, you find that the full wave rectifier is more effective in rectifying AC to DC, because full wave rectifier gives higher efficiency. Full wave rectifier has higher efficiency than half wave rectifier, higher efficiency than half wave rectifier. Less ripple factor, the smaller ripple factor has smaller ripple factor. So, ripple factor means, smaller ripple factor means it has less AC components at the output than half wave rectifier. So, we find that the full wave rectifier is more effective in rectifying AC to DC. So, we have compared the half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier. But remember, in both the cases, whether it is a full wave rectifier or half wave rectifier, in both the cases, the output is not steady DC. Output is not steady DC. Output is not steady DC. Why? Because still some AC components which we call ripples that are present at the output of the rectifier circuit. These ripples or AC components present at the output of the rectifier circuit can be removed by taking help of filter circuit. By taking help of filter circuits.